Not ordinary, no, it's something new.
Oh my God.
We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world. We can rule the world.
Hello, Media Juice friends and neighbors. It's Jeremy Sneed here, creative director at Media Juice Studios, and I've got Kenny Price, my lead editor, with me this week.
Hey, howdy.
So each month we do a trailer that we call internally What's New. And it's just that. Now rebranded to Prime Video channels, what they want to feature. So it's all the heavy hitters, HBO, Showtime.
And then all their biggest, shows, Game of Thrones and Westworld and Power and Billions.
The norm for, the past 10 years for anything with film, television, gaming, for a trailer is 90 seconds, 60 seconds. But now we're starting to see a trend where they want and they need really short form stuff. So those time restraints kind of create a whole new art form, I guess, right, Kenny?
Oh, absolutely. It's a completely different process. If you're editing something that's a minute and a half or a minute to 10 or 15 seconds or even 30 seconds, it's a whole new beast. And surprisingly, to edit something shorter can take significantly more time. Every frame counts when you're dealing with something that's 10 seconds long.
Finding those exact right seconds and frames for a 10-second spot to communicate these are all the new shows, but then on top of it, also here's the messaging of Prime Video channels. It's a creative challenge and it's been kind of fun. For the editing style, all of these are different, of course. These are 3 different months, but specifically for What's New February, that was something that, Kenny, I know you were excited to show the music to me, which always informs the edit.
We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world.
This one was very powerful shows, so I wanted the whole feel of it to be, and you can tell from the, some of the transitions, the pace of the cutting and the music, it all should somewhat to some level reflect the actual content.
So for What's New March, it's looking at the content, it's looking at the clips that we have, do they have sound bites, and selecting music and kind of creating something that will work.
We always try to feature, if we can, some of the content that's actually in the show via sound bites.
Send me that.
What exactly is it that you do? I do a lot of things.
Oh my God.
And then depending on what those sound bites that we have available to us, that would inform the graphics, that could inform the music. And in this one, the sound bites that we had were a little bit lighter, and so we wanted the music to make way for that, leave it room to kind of have a little bit of personality there.
So for What's New in April, every month the content can change. Sometimes it's a dramatic shift, and so it's like, okay, we need to look at this content and see what the tone is.
And this month in particular, there were a lot of returning shows. New seasons were coming out. So I wanted to have that feel like this is new and, don't miss it.
So it's really looking at the length and the content and all of it and finding the right music and editing that music to work with graphics, the sound bites, everything. So for What's New February, I had watched sort of the rough cut edits from the team, and then when it gets to Kenny's desk, it's going kind of more into final stage. The rough cut edit of this to then the final with all the graphics and the transitions was like, wow.
We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world with me. This time I'll fade is victory. So come rule the world with me.
You want the video to feel like it's all connected. So whatever the theme is or whatever message you're trying to deliver, each specific part of the sizzle should contribute to that overall message. This was a bolder trailer with high-paced, high-impact shows, and so going with bold in-scene text and not cutting away to tech supers just more contributes to the overall vibe of what we were going for.
What we found is like there's almost infinite ways to do it.
Yeah, we don't just want to follow the mold of what everybody else is doing, but how can we innovate on a tactic that is used pretty widely, and so we can make it Media Juice's own?
This one in particular, I'll let you talk about it, Kenny. The graphics, the way we integrated that into the clips of it was pretty cool.
It was overall a little bit of a lighter vibe on this one. The sound bites themselves are, lighter and, a little bit funny. And so, the music is kind of bent that way. Even the graphics, we chose to do with, this freeze frame effect. It's not in and of itself is not funny, but then when you add it into the ball of all the other creativity, it adds, a little bit of playfulness to it. Just overall a little bit more fun.
March and April, we should mention, Amazon channels switched to Prime Video channels. And so that was kind of almost a whole separate project for the first part of the month, is taking their new style guide, taking their new branding, creating intro and outro animations, which I know Kenny enjoyed working on, because it's kind of like, okay, here's the style guide of the new logo and the new colors. Now let's have fun with it.
Yeah, it's just, what direction do we want to take this? How stylized do we want to make it? So that was really fun to kind of get that creative freedom. And then even applying that to these specific graphics in the April What's New, using the in-scene tactic, but applying the logo design into the actual messaging of the brand.
Since this was like the first month or so that we're embracing this new Prime Video channels logo, we thought, okay, well, let's go to the next step here. And that's where Kenny kind of worked with the team to say, let's really try to emulate the logo lockup with the text messaging, which I thought worked really well. Really, we should retitle this to Sound Bites, right, Kenny?
Oh, absolutely. When we're dealing with, 10 to 15 second sizzles, we need as many parts of the video to lend towards the overall style or message that we're trying to deliver. And the audio is one big way, and through music, and also through sound bites. And so depending on the trailer, if it's a more serious sizzle, then we'll use more serious sound bites. Or if we want to make it a little lighter, then we'll add a little comedy in there by, throwing in a sound bite and dropping out the music, and, some specific techniques that you can use. Delivering certain lines at certain timings can really make all the difference in the world, and really help set the tone of the overall piece.
Sometimes we'll have 4 or 5 different trailers working at one time, different editors. Kenny's overseeing the team, or I'm working with the guys kind of collaboratively. And if there's ever a feeling of, I don't know, it's always like, oh, we need some sound bites.
The quotes from the shows give the whole piece just character.
Send me that.
What exactly is it that you do? I do a lot of things.
Oh my God.
So every month, the last few months, we turn these in, kind of bring the Media Juice method to bear. And so far, they've been really pleased. They've been received well at Amazon. Like I said, it really works our creative muscles, which has been a lot of fun. So definitely check out What's New February, March, and April for what's now called Prime Video channels here on the Media Juice YouTube and website. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.